Well, good morning, y'all. It's Resurrection Sunday, the day that the tomb was emptied and Christ was risen. And I want to thank y'all for joining us this week on our study of what was going on in the life of Christ each and every day on this week, this Holy Week. And today we're going to talk about Christ's rise and how the people around him felt. And I'm going to read to you one last verse out of the book of John when we get over there. But first, let's turn to the book of Luke. We're going to be in chapter 24, and we're going to start in verse 21, and we're going to go through verse 27. It says, now these are two of Jesus' disciples, and they were walking to Emmaus. Jesus had been crucified. He'd been in the tomb, and they were scared. They were leaving Jerusalem. They were headed out, and Christ, this is the morning of the resurrection, and Christ meets them on the road there, and they don't recognize who he is, and they're talking about all the stuff that had been going on this week, and he says, what are y'all talking about? And they're like, well, man, where have you been? Are you the only stranger around here that doesn't know what happened to Jesus? And they begin to talk, and that's kind of where we're going to pick up. It says, Luke chapter 24, verse 21, it says, but we were hoping that it was he who was going to redeem Israel. Indeed, besides all this, today is the third day since these things happened. Yes, and certain women of our company who arrived at the tomb early astonished us. When they did not find his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. And certain of these who were with us went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but him they did not see. Then he said to them, this is Jesus talking, O foolish ones, and slow of heart to believe in all that the prophets have spoken, ought not the Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. So these guys say, man, are you the only one that don't even know who Jesus is and what happened? And Jesus lets them kind of talk there about how, man, we really thought Jesus was going to redeem Israel. He was going to be our Savior, and that didn't happen. And this is the third day. He said he was going to rise again, and he wasn't there, so we don't really know what's going on. And then Jesus says to him, well, let's go back to the book of Moses. So he basically sat down with them and had a Bible study and showed them in the scriptures, told them about it, everywhere that had been predicted about him coming to be the Savior of the world. And afterwards, if you go on to continue to read those verses after that, it says that their eyes were open. And they're like, hey, just stay a little while longer with us. And, you know, it's amazing that this book was written over 1,500 to 2,000 years by 40 different men that wrote the pages of this book. It's all authored by God, but written by man. And that Christ fulfilled all of those is amazing. I want to leave you with one last verse, or two verses, John chapter 20, verses 30 and 31. And truly Jesus did many other signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book. But these were written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing you may have life in his name. So guys, I hope you believe who Jesus really is, what he did for you, how he died on the cross, and how he was resurrected to save your soul. I hope you find him today. Hope you go to church. Remember, we love you. God bless you. And y'all keep praying.